Okay, it is 6:11. We do have some more people registered, but I'm going to get started now. Can you all let me know if you can see me, if you can see the slides, and if you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome to Deja Thomas, who is the director of our program at PS 483, and welcome Miss Sandra. And we are going to go back to a workshop we did last year, but it's still very relevant. And it's called Resiliency Strategies for Self-Care. So I know that as parents, we really focus on our children, we focus on our families, our communities. Maybe we not only take care of our children, maybe we take care of a parent. Maybe we volunteer at school or at our house of worship. But I want to just for the next about 45 minutes, I want to just give you permission to think about and focus on yourself and your care. So don't think about what you have to do after. Don't think about anyone else. But I want you to really, really hone in on, yourself and what it means to take care of yourself. And all the slides are in Spanish. And resiliency is the ability to bounce back from difficult times. And it's important to be able to bounce back from difficult times. Did someone raise their hand? I see an alert, or is someone trying to get in? I'm so sorry, everyone. I see an alert. Um, did someone try to raise their hand, or did someone try to come in or to do something? If someone could respond, I'm not sure
It
what's
says
going
guests
on.
are in the lobby, but I don't see anyone in the lobby. Or maybe
Yeah,
I'm
I
not able to see anyone.
I don't see, I'm able to see people in the lobby and I can't see anyone.
It's saying that guests are waiting to join.
Okay, I'm looking and it's not allowing me to let anyone in. So let me try to sign on another device. But I was able to let you in, Miss Sandra, and Deja, I think you would be able to see. But let's see. Oh, now I can view the lobby here. Um, that's weird. Um, it's saying like get view lobby. Um, um, I hope that, hmm, I can view the lobby, but it won't, I don't see anyone waiting. They must have went off. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute. Now it's,
It's
what?
actually showing that's who's here already. That's what it's showing when it says view lobby.
Yeah.
It's showing that the people are here already.
And let me just check my messages to make sure no parents tried to get in. And I hope they would message me because maybe someone tried to come in, but then they went off. So I'm just texting everyone because it's really nothing. Um, it's nothing I can do if they don't come back in. Um, okay, and then this is interesting. I'm on two devices. Do you see? Um, you don't see me on the other device. So that is very interesting. why I can't be seen on the second device that I'm on. I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure everyone is able to get in. Okay, and I'm just going to have people bypass the lobby because
That's why it's probably showing, because you have two devices on the same thing. So it's probably asking us to join in the other one as well. That's why that's probably showing.
um now it I'm just wondering why I can't see my second device, because if I can't see my second device, does that mean I wouldn't be able to see other people as well? Okay, guests are waiting in the lobby. Lily, omit all. Omit all. I'm omitting her. Why? Okay. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Miss Nicia. Good to see you again. And sorry about that, everyone. We couldn't see you until now, but now we can see. Can everyone see and hear us? Can you see and hear me and see the slides?
Hello, hope you are
Hi.
well, everyone.
Hi.
I have more than 10 minutes that I'm trying to be part of the meeting, but it's
I'm
okay.
so
Now I'm
sorry.
here.
Thank you. Can you see
uh,
me and can you see the slides?
yeah, I can see you very well.
Oh,
I
good
can see the
to
flag.
see and hear you. And you don't have to come on camera, but if people want to come on, they can. And thank you so much for your patience. If you know anyone else who is trying to get in, please, please, let them know that they can come in again. And we apologize for any difficulties, but we are all in now. And this is the March Parent Support Network for Neighborhood Initiatives Development Corporation. And it is the Resiliency Strategies for Self Care Workshop. And we want to make sure that we really want to make sure that we take the next little bit of time to actually focus on ourselves and how we want to take care of ourselves. So please, I know you have many, many things going on, but please take time to focus on yourself. And all the slides are in Spanish. And so I want to say welcome from Neighborhood Initiatives Development Corporation. And we do have Deja Thomas, who is our director for PS 483's After School and Summer Camp program. And Neighborhood Initiatives Development Corporation has been working in the community. This May will be 41 years running after school programs throughout the North Bronx, running summer camps, giving housing support to many people, being involved in municipal voting, and just being Neighborhood Initiatives Development Corporation came from the formation of other community groups, grassroots groups in the 40s. And the Parent Support Network was started last March. And it was the vision of our youth services department and the vision of our executive director, William Foster and Amy Shabar. And I came on so that we can develop a way for parents to support themselves and for parents to support each other. Thank you to Anicia, who a few months ago helped to present on our workshop on your children and tech safety. And so there are times where I may ask a parent to present. And we are here to help each other, whether you're a parent, grandparent, godparent, whether you are, oh, you mediate a lot, Sandra. Please email me that, because mediation is a very important skill. When I was in high school, I did peer mediation, and mediation is a skill that we are losing. So please email me. But everyone, if you can hear me and if you can see the slides, give me a thumbs up or a happy face, or come off mute and let me know you can see me. Okay, thank you so much. So, resiliency is important. It's the ability to be able to bounce back after hard times, to be able to get over hard times, and not to just ignore hard times. And resiliency is, if a child is resilient, studies have shown that even if they have a very difficult childhood, thank you everyone, you will be able to be successful in life. And so resiliency is important, but how do we use self care so we could be resilient coming out of COVID, but still facing COVID, RSV? There's wars in the world. There's some of us who have lived in New York City all our lives, some who just came. We have a lot of different things that happen in our lives, whether people pass away, whether we find out our child is special needs or that we have a health issue. And so this workshop will give you some tangible tools to practice self-care so you can be resilient. And I want to encourage you as parents, start teaching your children about the term self-care. Teach them how to take care of themselves. When you're doing self-care activities, let your child know so that they don't have to burn out or wait until they're old to learn about self-care. So, but before we get into the meat of the workshop, I want to just do an icebreaker. And there will be a virtual prize given out. Um, and so, who would be courageous enough to come on camera, state your first and last name, and tell everyone one thing you do to take care of yourself? And the prize won't be a gift card, but it will be a virtual gift that will be emailed to you right after this meeting. So, who can come on camera, say your first and last name, and one thing you can do to take care of yourself? Just come off of mute, whoever wants to do that.
Oh, that's what I was doing when I put in the chat. I was saying Sandra George, and I was putting I like to meditate.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Now, Sandra, are you the one on? Okay, I see Patricia came on camera. Thank you so much, Sandra. So, Sandra, you got to come on camera. Okay, introduce yourself again, and I like your hair, and then I'll hear from you,
Thank
Patricia.
you.
Hmm.
Sandra George,
And
and I
what do
like
you
to
like to
meditate.
do? Thank you so much, Sandra. So you're
You're
going to win a
welcome.
prize. And because Patricia was the first one to come on camera, Patricia, if you come back on camera and you say your full name and one thing you do to take care of yourself, I'll send you the prize as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. My name is Patricia Moretta, and one thing I do for self-care is take some time for myself by walking, walking by myself. Have some time
Thank,
thinking and just just be with myself because a lot of times we have a hard time just being with ourselves doing nothing.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Great to see you online. And I love to walk as well for self care. Listening to music or thinking, you could prayer walk. So thank you so much. And other people, including you, Deja, can everyone say hi in the chat and say one thing you do to take care of yourself? And then we're going, and after the workshop, Sandra and Patricia, I'll be sending you a self care virtual journal and directions from Etsy. And you can print the journal or you can use it online. So that will be coming to you right after the workshop. And Patricia is one of our OGs, one of the first groups of parents to do the workshops. But thank everyone. But for Deja and Dora, can you both put in the chat what you do to take care of yourself as well? And so I want to just define resiliency, and it's up there in English and Spanish. And resilience is the ability to adapt well in the face of adversity, such as when you are experiencing personal or family issues, severe health concerns, work stress, money worries, or other difficulties. Basically, resiliency is a fancy term for being able to bounce back from challenges. Most of us on this workshop probably have examples of being resilient. One of the key ways to build resilience is to focus on self-care, which is taking care of yourself, according to the American Psychological Association. Self-care helps you to keep your mind, body, and spirit primed to deal with situations that may require resilience. So resilience is something you want to have in your back pocket because you never know when you'll need resilience. When it was March 2020 and we went on a shutdown, we couldn't prepare for that. But if you practice self-care, it's like building up a bank account of resilience, mental resilience, physical resilience, spiritual resilience. And if you don't practice self-care and you burn yourself out, it's like you're overdrawn on your bank account. You're going to be less likely to bounce back from a cold or COVID. You're going to be less likely to be able to handle a crisis. You may be less mentally well. So you want to build up that bank account of resilience through self-care. So self-care is doing things to care for your minds, bodies, and soul by engaging in activities that promote well-being and reduce stress. The practice of self-care also reminds you and others that your needs are valid and a priority. And so it's very important to make sure that you are practicing self-care, and that you are keeping yourself built up. And again, all the slides will be translated in English. And so examples of self-care, some of us think when we get our hair and nails done, that's self-care, and that's one form of self-care. But I really like to put that into maintenance, like hygiene, and it's great to do. And you can rest while you're getting your hair done, while you're getting your nails done, but you also want to make sure you're doing a little bit more than that. Exercise, whether it's walking, whether it's for 10 minutes, high impact, short bursts of working out is really, it can be impactful more so than an hour of low impact working out. But any type of working out, low impact or high impact, do it. And we, for the next few weeks, will be having free yoga classes taught by a professional yoga instructor at Eastchester Community Gardens, right in your neighborhood, for our Health Hub program. And we provide the yoga mats. You just come with comfortable clothes and bottles of water. And that's a great way to practice self-care. And I'll have the flyer right at the end of this workshop. And in my emails and text to you, I also send how you can register for that. And you can even get a gift card. Patricia, if you went to any of the yoga sessions, can you share with everyone else how the yoga sessions were? And you don't have to come on camera. You can stay on mute. Have you gone to yoga at ECG?
No, unfortunately, I haven't. I have a class on that day. I have Bible class on Wednesday, every Wednesday on that time. So I haven't been able. But I'm very sad that I'm not able to join it because I love yoga. It's amazing.
Wow, what type of class do you take on Wednesdays?
Bible class.
Yes, a lot of congregations do Bible study on Wednesday. And so we have that is really important to remember and share with the team. But thank you. And that's a form of self-care, doing things with your spiritual community as well. But thank you, Patricia. But those activities are very important. And I want to say welcome to Yilda. And Yilda, if you can put in the chat one thing that you do to take care of yourself. Also, I'm still waiting for Anicia and Deja and Dora to put in the chat one thing you do to take care of yourself. And so listening to music or a podcast, even sometimes when I'm working, you can have a positive podcast in the background. And you don't want to listen to music that stresses you out, music that makes you sad. You don't want to listen to a podcast about all the wars in the world. You can listen to podcasts about self-care. You can go on Apple iTunes, on Spotify, on YouTube, or just Google self-care podcasts. And there are thousands of podcasts in different languages for young people, old people, mid-age people that talk about self-care. You can make art, you can do meditation, prayer, playing a game, practicing deep breathing, just taking a deep breath in and out, because when we get stressed, our breathing becomes contracted. So even behind your mask on the train or subway, taking a deep breath in and out can help. Stepping in the restroom and taking a deep breath. Reading, but again, not reading for school or work or reading about the stresses, but reading something, whether fiction or nonfiction, that is really positive. And Anicia, I was inviting you to share in the chat, but if you want to talk, you can talk as well. Just come off of mute and share. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I'm taking time for myself. Just I'm cleaning the kitchen. So we know that we are women, and we want to have a lot of time. So we want to have a free time for ourselves, to take care for ourselves. First of all, until I prefer to go for yoga, I spend it free time for and take care for myself, doing shopping or hairdressing or making something that I wanted to do, or take a coffee with my friends, or read something, or stay at home maybe. But after I choose to came to your to neighbor community, and I choose to take yoga classes, it was very valuable things to do. So I think if we can attend the yoga classes, that will be the best decision for take care of ourselves.
So you think we should have more yoga classes?
No, I have been to yoga classes.
I mean, you're saying it's
I don't know.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I can't hear very well. I don't know why. It has been very valuable things to do for ourselves. One of the. But if I want to take care of myself, I will choose something that it will be healthier for us. Something it will be yoga classes, for example.
Oh, that is great. That is great, Anicia. And I will let the team know so we can continue to order. We can continue to offer those yoga classes. And also Pilates is a great way to work out. Oh, Dora said pray. That's very good. And also meditating a lot. And these are, also watching television, but again, or watching a movie, but not the stressful stuff. Something that makes you laugh, like laughter actually releases a hormone and endorphins that help build your immune system. So 6 ways to practice. Oh, Inicia, were you going to say something?
Yeah, just a little bit, one phrase. If we want to take care of ourselves, we have to find something that will be like physically and mentally healthy. For this, topic, I'm talking about the yoga classes. So
wow.
Because when we see a movie or something, we are standing on a sofa, and it hasn't a good effect to us, to our health, about this.
Yeah, you have to balance it, because some of us, we move around too much. And so sitting down for a relaxing movie or TV show sometimes is great, but some people binge watch. And if you're sick or it's a special moment, binge watching, a whole season one time is good. But when you're doing it all the time, we got to balance. But I know for people like me, I always like to be up and up. So sometimes some of us, we everything in moderation. But thank you so much, Anicia. And I'm sharing with the team about the yoga. So these are some 6 ways to practice self-care that build your resilience. Physical self-care. At least 30 minutes of exercise daily. That can be stretching, that can be walking, running, biking, jumping rope. There are a lot of free fitness videos online on YouTube, dancing, praise dancing, dancing at the club, exercise videos at home, swimming. There are also free and low cost fitness classes through the New York City recreation centers. And At one of the health hubs, I shared and in an email about the fitness classes in New York City. You can Google New York City Recreation Center fitness classes. There's a lot of free ones, and sometimes they're happening right in your neighborhood, at your kid's school or community center. Also, limiting junk food and fast food and alcohol. These weigh on your immune system, weigh on your stress hormones. Having at least 8 glasses of water per day. You can also take your body weight and divide it by half and have that amount of ounces of water per day. That's what people are saying. So if you say, for instance, you weigh 160 pounds, you can divide that by 2 and have 80 ounces of water per day, which is about 10 glasses. And you include teas in that as well. 2 cups of fruit per day, 2 cups of vegetables, and eating slowly, not eating on the run. At least one time a week, have a time where your family sits around the table and eats. Put the phones in a basket and just talk to each other. Because when we're eating while working and eating while rushing around and even eating while watching some things on TV, it can hinder our digestion. Also, this is the most difficult one for me, but it's important, establishing a sleep time. Just like you have a sleep time for your children, getting at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Unplug from your phone and computers at least an hour before sleep, because the lighting from phones and computers and tablets help keep you up. If you want to watch something an hour before going to sleep, you can put it on your TV on, because that's further away. But, drinking a cup of tea, but not caffeinated tea like chamomile or herbal tea, not eating an hour before going to bed, or journaling before bed. Also, doing your annual medical visits. Every month, we have something called the Health Hub, where we do health workshops with Montefiore Hospital. We do yoga. We're having the 6 weeks of yoga, but we also will hope to have some screening vans, and those happen at Eastchester Community Gardens. And we send those out and text those out. Going there, having your annual GYN appointment as a woman, even if you're done having kids, and getting your annual health visit. Even if you're in phenomenal health, it's important to get your annual health visit, physical with your doctor, your annual GYN visit. And if you're over 40, doing a mammogram. If you have a man in your life that's over 40, him doing a test for prostate cancer. Even if you don't feel anything is wrong, sometimes things are hiding out. Still maybe bi-weekly or once a month doing a COVID test. And hi, how are you, Lily? I'm happy you got back on. Can you hear and see us well? You can hear and see me okay, Lily? I think you froze. COVID is still here. So if you're going to be around a lot of people or around an older person, if you're coming from a big event, hi, Lily, happy you were able to get back on. Make sure you do a COVID test. There's a lot of free COVID tests. Also, asking when you go to your doctor once a year, asking them to do a comprehensive metabolic panel. That's a long word for a whole bunch of blood tests, but it will show you where your cholesterol is, if you are missing vitamins. It's very important to have vitamin D, especially for people of color, because we don't get the sun we should get. An annual A1C test, to even if you don't have diabetes, even if you're not overweight, you never know. And so you want to get the annual, even thyroid panel, just these annual tests to make sure that everything is okay. The goal is not to wait until you're sick to get your annual physical, your mammogram, your annual GYN, the annual blood test. The goal is to prevent being sick by being proactive and at least once a year seeing the doctor, staying up to date on you and your kids' vaccines if you vaccinate. Any questions or any comments about what was shared so far? And you can ask questions in the chat as well.
I do have one question, Onleilove.
Yeah. Yes. What's your question?
So you mentioned not journaling before bed.
Oh no.
Is there a reason for that? Because
No, I was mistaken. You can journal before bed. It helps you get out your
Oh,
thoughts
okay.
from the day and makes you rest. So yes, you can journal before
That's what
bed.
I thought.
But
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
would
Got it.
say not
Thank you.
journaling on a phone or a tablet or a computer, but because of the blue
Oh,
light, but journaling on a hard copy journal. So
got it.
yes,
Thank
you can
you.
journal. You're welcome. You could journal before bed, and it's important to for a resilience way of taking care of your mind and your heart and your spirit is to reframe how you view problems and challenges, which is key. So instead of seeing, say, that you are laid off from your job, but you always wanted to be a hairdresser or chef, instead of just focusing on being laid off, apply for unemployment, which comes with job placement and job training services. And tell the job counselor, I really want to get my cosmetology degree, or I really want to go to chef school. And you'll see that an opportunity opened up for you to now transition into the career you have. Try to see things realistically, but also try to see things in a positive way. Columbia University psychologist Greg Borimo says if he studied resilience for 25 years and said that if you try to have a positive perception of events, it will actually help you be resilient long term. And also building emotional resilience. So, not just physical resilience, not just resilience through activities, but learning from others who overcame difficult circumstances, whether that's an older person in your family or community, a spiritual leader, or hero or celebrity you see from history or on culture. Read biographies and articles or listen to interviews from people that have overcome difficult circumstances. That helps you build your mental resilience so you know if they overcame, you can overcome as well. And then also, this is a hard one for all of us. This is a hard one for all of us, but social media can be a way to meet people, to get jobs, to find positive free information, but also too much social media can mean you're staying up at night. Too much social media can mean you are getting stressed out because when people post on social media, they're not posting everything in their life. They're posting the highlights, and never use social media to gauge your life. One thing I do is like in my social media, I try to follow pages about self care, mental health, physical fitness, inspiration, my faith community. So when I go on social media, I'm not only seeing negative news, I'm not only seeing the person posting their 50th selfie, but I'm seeing things that help build me up. So when a national or world event is dominating the news, like the Middle East war, avoid overexposure. Yes, you want to know enough news to know what is going on, especially in your city, in your town, but you don't want to be consumed watching the same stories over and over again, even if it's on different channels. If you feel anxious or unable to control your life or angry, turn off the news and every day have a time of day where you unplug from all media and news sources. If you feel like social media is maybe causing too much stress, you may want to take a break from social media for a day, for a weekend, for a week, for a few months. Some people we're in Holy Week, and happy Holy Week to all who observe. Happy Ramadan to all who observe. Some people for 40 days of Lent, they don't go on social media. You might need a social media break if it's not fun anymore, if it makes you feel bad about yourself, if it gives you anxiety, depression, or stress, if you're comparing yourself or seeking validation through likes and comments, or if you're spending time on social media a lot, or if your posts are no longer positive. It might be time for a day, a weekend, a week, a month of a social media break. And also making sure you regulate how much your kids are on social media. Setting a time where they don't use the phone, using passwords and parental controls. And your kids look at you. So if your kids are always on the tablet playing, they look at you. You are their first role model. Are you always online looking at social media, getting stressed out about it? Because they're going to look at you as well. And then you want to make sure to keep your life simple. So simplify your life. You may want to declutter your space. Do you have too much things in your space? Give away things to shelters, to places that are helping migrants, to nonprofits, to Goodwill. If you give away to Goodwill, you can get a tax and you can claim it on your taxes. Or sell things on eBay, on Poshmark. Look up different ways you can sell things at consignment and thrift stores and turn your extra things into things you need or give things away. The less you have, the easier it is to keep a clean place, but also simplify your schedule. Do you have too many volunteer activities? Yes, you have to work, you have to take care of your kids, you have things you have to do, but look at your schedule. Are you spending too much time on the phone? Are you spending too much time helping everyone else? Try to keep your life, your schedule, your space, your calendar simple. And sometimes you may have more things than others. Sometimes you may have more things to do than others, but it's about how can every year, every month, every season, how can I simplify my life? A lot of people do spring cleaning. And so this is a great time to think about simplifying your life. Does anyone have any questions before we move on? Any questions or comments? Another way you want to build resilience is relaxation techniques to reduce stress. Listening to relaxing music, meditating, praying, guided visualization where you find recordings of visualizations of positive things. You want to have some relaxation techniques. To breathe is free. To meditate is free. You can look online. You can even go to the App Store and download meditation apps. If you're a part of a spiritual community, you can find out about meditation, deep breathing in and out. That is a free way to relax your muscles, to let go of your stress. And let's take a moment to just practice breathing in and out. So just take a deep breath in, hold it for a second, and out. And literally, you help get more oxygen in. It literally helps reduce stress. And it's so quick and it's so free. And so these are some ways that you can build resilience through self-care. I'll send the recording of the whole workshop if you fell off or you came late so you can see it. But I want to pause and ask if anyone has any questions or comments before we get to the evaluation and the final announcements. Any questions or comments? Any questions, any comments, any self-care forms you want to, give to other people? Any self-care tips you want to share? And so it's just important to
Thank you,
always...
Onleilove, for all the information. All the tips are great. I practice a lot of them. And I think one that I want to highlight is the breathing, because I find that to be very helpful for me. Humans do not use their lungs enough because we don't use our full potential when it comes to our lungs, because we very rarely deeply breathe in and breathe out. And that helps so much to release that stress hormone.
Thank you so much, Patricia. And you could go in the bathroom, at work, at school, at home, and take 1 minute and breathe in and out. You could have your mask on the train, or just put your hand up and breathe in and out. It's free. It helps so, so much. Thank you, Patricia. And anyone else who has questions or comments, you can share in the chat or here. But please take the workshop evaluation form right now. I dropped the link in the chat. You can also take a picture of the QR code on the screen with your phone and it will come up, or you can type that link right there. take the evaluation form. We do go over the evaluations because from your comments, we know what workshops to do, what events to do, what programs to provide. And so please take the evaluation tonight. It takes a few moments, and the link is in the chat on the screen. You can point the QR code, and we have that in English and Spanish, and those are the ways that you can take it as well. And so make sure to take our evaluation. But I want to, before we end, and I'll be congratulations to our winners, and you'll be getting information about you'll be getting information about you'll be getting your virtual self-care journal that you can print or save on your computer, laptop, or tablet. And then everyone who took the workshop will be getting information about our upcoming events and the recording, so you can go over the slides again. And you can also share with others. Please remember that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we have a special event we're planning for all of you, and we'll share that soon. But also, if you have a child that is at the middle school at PS 89, there is an after-school program, and it offers robotics, film, creative arts, dance, book club, study hall, motion pictures, sports, debate. We're a part of the Summer Rising program, which is a summer day camp in New York City public schools that does work at the beginning of the day to help kids catch up with COVID. Email me if you want information about Summer Rising for any of your children that are in elementary, middle school, and keep your eyes out. We do share information and resources, but if you're curious about that, you can be in touch with Johnny Ponce, who is the director. If you have a child at MS 89, at jponce@nidcny.org. Also, for Autism Awareness Month, at PS 483 from 4 to 6, there'll be an Autism Awareness Fair hosted by Deja Thomas and the Matilda School. And this is for PS 483 parents only, but I'll be giving a short neurodiversity workshop that some of you have taken, and we'll have resource tables. Also, our yoga series is going on. We have 2 more sessions. So, come next Wednesday and the Wednesday after from 6 to 7:30 is open to everyone. It's at Eastchester Community Gardens at 316 Yates Avenue. You can register in the email or text where I send you the flyer and the registration sheet, or you can just show up, wear comfortable clothes, have a bottle of water, and the yoga is professionally led, and we provide the yoga mats, and one person goes home with the gift card. And so keep your eyes out of that. So Sandra, when you go to the, I will make sure to give me a moment, and I will make sure that the workshop for tonight is added. I will make sure that we add the workshop for tonight, and fill out the other parts of the evaluation. And right now I'm going to make sure that the workshop for tonight is added. And thank you so much. And while we're doing that, I want to remind everyone to please I am so sorry. Where is the screen? Am I still here? Okay, sorry about that. I want to remind everyone that at Eastchester Gardens Community Center, we do have a financial empowerment and mental health workshop that will also be provided at other places. And we also will be having an April Health Hub. Health Hub is a program that we do with Montefiore Medical Center, and a program that we do with other health providers. And it's also how we do our program for yoga. And so please join us. Anyone can come. You can also bring your children for yoga as well. And you can bring your children, you can bring your friends to Health Hub. And when you bring a new person to Health Hub, you get a prize. And then for yoga, one person wins a prize. So please make sure, that please make sure that you come to the Health Hub, because there'll be times when we do screenings, where you get things to help you work out, and materials, and prizes that help you stay healthy. And it's just another way to take up for yourself and to stay resilient, and to make sure that you and your children are doing okay. And so now let me know if you can see this workshop on the evaluation. Let me know if you can see the
It's in
workshop.
Spanish.
You're looking for the Spanish one or for the regular
No,
one?
I'm saying the regular one, the one you have up is actually in Spanish.
No, if you check the first link, it's English. Check the first link, it's English in the chat, the link in the chat. And this is the feedback form. And the feedback form is in the chat, and the feedback form also has this workshop now. Yes? And don't look at the screen because I'm fixing things on the screen, but look at the links in the chat. Now can you see it, Sandra? Oh, hi, Sandra. Did you were you able to click the link again?
Yes. It's there now. Yes, thank you.
Okay. And so please give feedback. It's really, really helpful. Please join us for future programs. I'll be emailing you and texting you about the April Health Hub, which is separate from yoga, and also our self-care night. We will be having a mental health awareness month self-care night later in May in person. So please take care of yourselves. Please give us feedback in the survey. Congratulations to our winners, and thank you for just all taking time for your self-care. And so keep a lookout for your emails, and please email or call me if you have any questions or if you need anything. So before we close up, are there any final questions or comments? Okay, it was great seeing you all again. Join us for the upcoming events and reach out to me if you need any support. Good night.